We are backstage at Country Thunder 2017 in the Lerner and Rowe broadcast studio, and so excited to welcome Aaron Watson.
Hi.
Thank you, first of all, so much for sharing your gift with us.
Well, thank you. I'm incredibly average, so thank you for saying it's a gift.
You are not incredibly average. I watched those people sing that song for all your songs. I mean, they were going nuts for you.
That was so fun.
Was that?
So fun. Oh, yeah. You know, I mean, sometimes you just have to, like, put things in perspective, and you're out there on a stage, you're doing what you love. And there's a guy back home in Texas he's a legend, and so many people know him. His name's Gary P9. And Gary, I remember one time I went and saw him play at this little, like, hole-in-the-wall place in Stephenville, Texas. And I was just getting started. I mean, I could barely play probably 3 chords on a guitar. And looking back, I think Gary probably had like 100 people there, but they were packed up they were mashed up to the front of the stage, and they were singing every song. And I thought he was bigger than Elvis. And I often reflect back on that, like, you know, this is really a blessing of an opportunity, and I'm getting the opportunity to get up on that big stage and share my music with these people. So, you know, whether there's 50 people or 50,000, we treat every show the same.
You do have a genuine, when you're on stage, a genuine joy about you. Where does that come from?
Well, I played to nobody for so long. And it feels so good to have somebody. It fills me with joy to have somebody, you know. And, you know, I mean, what's not to love about playing music? I mean, I've done some hard labor. Growing up, I've worked in the oil field. You know, I've done a little ranch work. I really like strumming a guitar over driving T-posts or digging a ditch. It's not fun.
No.
And there's not like, you know, I've never been out at the ranch driving T-posts and had all these pretty girls screaming that they love me.
You did a great job! You're doing a great job backing up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And my wife kind of does that at home.
Oh, good.
With my chores. And then she gives me the next one.
Oh, well, smart woman.
It's wonderful.
That's what she's supposed to do.
Oh.
So, are you a superstitious guy?
Nope.
Not at all. So, lucky number 13, your album, is not worried about it. You're good. You felt good putting it out.
Is that, I can't remember, is 13 a bad one or a good one?
I don't know. I think for some people it's good. Some people it's bad. Friday the 13th is bad, but good for some.
It's just a number.
It's just a number.
I'd say it did pretty good.
I think you did pretty good too. A vaquero or vaquero.
Vaquero.
Vaquero. Which means what in Espanol?
Cowboy.
Cowboy. How do you come up with the titles of your albums? Do you do it?
Yeah, I do it all. I wrote all 16 songs. I mean, every album is kind of like where I'm at in my life. And coming off the success from our album, The Underdog, a lot of people were saying, you know, if you're going to branch out into the mainstream, you need to be, you know, maybe a little more relatable, and maybe the Texas thing kind of makes you more regional. And I just kind of disagreed with that. You know, this is who I am, and there are we have fans around the world, you know, and just because I'm from Texas doesn't mean that someone, you know, outside the state of Texas can't like my music. And I think we've proven that. I mean, the Underdog made history by charting #1 as an independent album on Country Billboard, and that album sold you know, probably 50% more copies the first week. I mean, it was just an incredible week for us. And that's just me saying, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, this is my brand of country music. And so, you know, I think you really can't talk about the American cowboy without talking about the American cowboy's influences, which is the vaquero. And there's a song on the album called Vaquero, so it just kind of made sense. You see the font, the vaquero with my name. I actually wrote that with a Sharpie on a piece of scrap paper and then gave it to the artist.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then that's my handwriting on the back.
Oh, really?
Literally, like.
Oh my gosh. You have like the most linear handwriting I've ever seen. That's incredible penmanship.
Yeah, some people say that my handwriting should be a font.
It should be a font. What would it be called? Watson.
A-Dub.
Oh, A-Dub. A-Dub?
A-Dub.
I like it. Out of
Maybe
style.
that's how I'm going to make all my money. How'd you make your money? Country music?
Yeah.
No, I created a font.
Out of style, which actually kind of makes sense. Out
Yeah.
of style.
That's
Style.
right. That's
Font,
right.
There it goes. Is the new single. One of the things that you did during your show that I just adore, and I think that country music is all about this stuff, and something that you don't shy away from. You're talking about God, you're talking about family, and you're talking about country, which I think are the three most important things just in life in general, not just country music. And I think that's a testament to how you're staying true to yourself in your music. How hard is it to stay true to yourself in music when you know that people are saying, hey, to do this, you have to compromise yourself? How hard is it to just be you?
Well, I'm pretty hard-headed. But you just got to focus on the things that are important. I'm just a regular guy. And the reason why I had joy up on stage, like you were saying earlier, is I'm singing about things I believe in. I mean, being patriotic is easy for me. I'm passionate about our veterans because my dad's a veteran. You know, my mom and dad worked hard to give me everything I could want growing up. You know, and they've loved me so much, and they've supported my career, and they've always stayed focused on these things. Faith and family, patriotism, and that's just who I am. God blessed me with a good mom and daddy, and I think the other thing too is I think God's blessed me with a great platform to be a positive influence. And that's kind of my prayer every night is, I ask for God to give me courage to get up there on that stage and let my light shine, and I ask Him to use my music as a instrument to bring these fans joy, because some of these people have been working hard all week, and I want them to go home going, wow, I really enjoyed that. So you really got to just stay focused on the basics of life. And I'm just so thankful to be here. I mean, it took me a long time to get here, so we're not gonna go back.
Good. Well, we love having you here, and are so blessed to have watched you perform today at Country Thunder. An incredible performance. Had the crowd rocking on their feet. I even saw a couple Texas flags flying out there for you. They're like representing hardcore. Aaron Watson, Vaquero.
I love the way you say it. That a girl.
I think I'm rolling the R too much because I think there's supposed to be two R's to roll it that hard, but it's just kind of fun to say.
You can never roll the R too hard.
Vaquero. You could grab the album and download it. Make sure you're listening to this guy because he is putting out some fantastic music. 13 albums worth of
That's right.
incredible music that you could binge listen.
And I say this everywhere I go, but all the proceeds from my record sales go straight into my wife's purse.
Oh, see? So why wouldn't you go get it then?
Yeah. Help a brother out. Download the record. Please.
Aaron Watson.